Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And just want to ask you guys to hit that like button. Get ready to do some work. You know, today's topic is all about working for self and firing your 9 to 5. Firing your 9 to 5 and hiring yourself and working for self. If I can get you guys to like the video, we're getting ready to start a major garden over here. I don't want to say a major garden, but we're going to start a garden over here, and I'm going to finish raking up before I get these piles of leaves and sticks and stems put into a barrel or like a bucket or something. Not a bucket, but like some type of container for them to sit in, because I'm going to use it as compost in the future. But you know, today's topic, we're going to talk about firing your 9 to 5 and hiring yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of us are tired of working for somebody else and really not being able to get the job done that we want to get done with our lives, you know, which is to basically have freedom. I think a lot of us want freedom. We think we want money, but I think a lot of us really want to just have freedom of our own time, freedom of our own space, freedom of our own thoughts, freedom of how we do everything, not just not just going to work and, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, for me personally, I gave it up. I gave the 9 to 5 up. I gave the rat race up. And now I'm working for self. This is what working for self looks like. When you have to create your own food and produce your own water and your own energy from the sun. You know, I could be out here complaining about what's being put in the food at the grocery store, so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is, I could do that, or I could come out here and start my own garden and produce that way. You know, so that way I'm not worried about someone else and blaming someone else for where I'm not where I want to be. Because that's where we get into that mentality of wanting to always blame someone else, because it's always easier to do this. It's always easier to do this instead of going like this. It's me. I'm the one. You know, I can't get mad at the food for causing cancer. I'm the one that go and buy the food. I'm the one that go and buy the food. I know, actually not just me, but a lot of us out here know that Pepsi, Coca-Cola, a lot of these major brands and a lot of these foods and contains a lot of chemicals that causes us to have a shortened lifespan, that causes us all types of sicknesses and diseases. Like, for us to know these things, look, I'm not saying you have to be a complete raw vegan and juice cleanse every week, and I'm not saying you have to do that. Nobody has to do that. All I'm saying is you can't complain to the pharmaceutical companies. You can't complain to the medical industry and all that, because they aren't providing particular services for whatever sicknesses that you're creating within your body. You can't get mad at them folks. All you can do is get mad at yourself. You're the one that's putting the toxic stuff into your body. You know, and it sounds tough, but the fact of the matter is that's the truth. The truth is the truth, and a lot of us don't like the truth. So for me, instead of me worried about what's going on in the United States, instead of me worried about this administration or that administration or whatever administration is in the office and why they not doing nothing for my people or the people that look like me, and, you know, why we always at the bottom of whatever, it just seems like. Instead of me complaining about that stuff, I have to take my life into my own hands and say, you know what? This is my life. Why am I getting mad at these people for something that they're not doing for me when I could do for myself? We all can do for self. I'm gonna do some not raised beds. I'm gonna do some beds back here where I'm gonna sow direct into the soil. I was thinking about taking up everything, you know, removing everything and you know, coming through with a till, but now I'm just gonna do no till, come through and just pick the weeds, and not only just pick the weeds, the sticks and everything, and then just plant like that. And whatever I get from there, I get from there. I'm not gonna and use all of this stuff as mulch, you know, because I'm learning. You know, I've never done something like this. So, you know, I mean, a smaller level where I've done one bed of something, but to the extent of where I'm creating 7, 8, 9 different beds, never. So we're gonna start with some, I think we're gonna do 4x12s as far as like how, you know, the length and width of our beds, 4x12s. And, you know, that's all gonna be started right here. 4x12, 4x4, width, length, 12. And I'm just wanna come, because it's been rainy the last couple nights, a little bit of wind. And I've actually raked all of this stuff up midweek. It's Saturday now and I haven't even picked this stuff up. I've been so busy, either busy or lazy, one of the two or three. And I'm doing this myself. I'm not hiring nobody to come do my garden. This is personal. You know, this is my food. So, you know, but this is an example of me firing the people that I felt like was doing me wrong. You know, I fired McDonald's. I no longer patronized them with my dollar. I fired Burger King. I fired all of the other major companies that were penetrating my body with a bunch of chemicals and substances that was causing sicknesses and tumors and ulcers and high blood pressure, all kinds of other things. It's amazing how these things is put into our bodies with these foods, and we don't take care of ourselves. And then when we do go to the grocery store, we realize that all the lettuce looks the same, all the kale looks the same, all the tomatoes are shaped the same, all the squash is the same, there's no holes in none of it. So you have to beg to say, just ask yourself, what is being put in this food for it to be preventing and keeping away the pests? What is being put in this food? You have to ask yourself these things, because I don't want all of my food looking the same. I don't want all of my lettuce looking the same. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's killing the pests, what is it doing to your body? Yes, it's keeping the pests away, but what is it doing to your body? Because you're saving them $1 by keeping the pests away with some pesticide. Like, it's crazy. So you got to fire the system. You ain't even got to fire your job. You got to fire the system. You got to fire the system because the system is robbing you. And then once you find out about the system and you continue to keep living in the system, then you robbing yourself. And you know, we find out about the system, or what we think we find out, and then we say, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. I'm getting ready to start doing this something else for myself so I could live a more sustainable life where I'm not running to a job every day. I'm waking up every morning at 6 o'clock, you know, getting myself together to go to a job that's a 45 minutes to an hour away, that's paying me $12.50 an hour. And, you know, it's like I'm spending all day there. I get up at 6 o'clock, spend an hour getting myself together from 6 to 7. 7 to 8, I'm on my way to work. 7 to 8, I'm on my way to work. Get to work, start work at 8. You know, I mean, and it's just like every day, Monday through Friday, and you hustling for a weekend. You hustling for the weekend just so you can go for the week. Like, no, and then for the ones that's really paycheck to paycheck, you really is stuck. Like, it's a bad system. Like, a lot of y'all probably got more money than me right now when it comes to in your bank account. That's fine with me, because I don't care about, yes, I care to have money to do things, extra things, but I don't place that shit, like, that's not my priority no more. I've done that. We've done that thing. Not to the extent that we're like billionaires and all that, but we know how to get money, man. This ain't no thing. Like, who cares? Who cares about that shit? Your health and well-being, this is the most important thing, like, to me, for me, you know? And like I said, just because we want to take advantage of our freedom and produce our own food and so on and so forth, doesn't mean we can't have fun every once in a while and have, you know, a nice time. And just, and that doesn't mean just, you know, having cooked food or whatever. Yeah, you can eat cooked food. We don't always want to make that seem like we're having fun because we're doing that. But, you know, no, you can mix it up. Look, you live your life how you want to live your life as a people. We have to do that. And that's the thing that I'm trying to, like, let people do them. No, you don't gotta support what people do, but let them do them. That's their life. Let them do their life. You know, but as far as like a 9 to 5, we have to take back control. I gave up on the 9 to 5. This is me working for self. I come out here, I rake up my leaves, I do my garden, I work my land, and what I put into this, it will give me back what I put into it. Trust and believe that. What I put into this land, it will give me that back and more. What I put into this over here, I'm not even worried about, like, I've been saying this from the beginning. I don't care if I go broke and spend all of my money on this project here. As long as when I'm done spending all my money, I can eat, sleep, wake up, and do everything I want to do for free without having to do anything. And I'm thankful to say that I've been able to do that while doing what I said I was going to do. I didn't say I was going to go broke, but I knew I was going to spend a pretty good amount of money on trying to get this thing running. I knew I would, you know, and it's going to always continue to be money spent, you know, because energy is currency. So, you know, we want to always continue to keep putting that energy out there into this, our life now, and our freedom, you know, and stop building up other people's lives and dreams, you know. I mean, that's cool to use as a stepping stone, but once you get to where you got to go, you got to start preparing for your life and get your family in order. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we all should be doing is knowing how to create our own food. I can't wait for the day that I got my lettuce, tomato, cucumber, I can come out and just pick. I can't wait for the day I can come out here and say, you know what? I'm going to have some squash. So go grab some squash. Let me grab some of that callaloo. Yeah, let me grab some of that arugula with the callaloo. Oh, man, we got a whole bunch of watercress. Might as well make some watercress juice with some cucumbers and maybe throw in some other greens. Man, look, man. To save that money, like I know what it costs to spend money on juices. To juice. Like, it's not cheap. I mean, for the next 5, like looking at this from a financial perspective for the next 5 years and taking my health seriously and my well-being and my everything seriously, because this is a lifestyle and this isn't a 24/7 thing for me. Like, when I say a lifestyle, I mean like just this whole scenario when it comes to planting your own, like just growing your own food, not eating meat, dairy products, and taking care of your body and being conscious of your body. Knowing that putting a dead body in your body is not going to give you life. That's death. That's like, when it comes down to thinking about it in the most basic terms, you can't go wrong. You putting death in your body, you're gonna get death thoughts. You're gonna think death. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, you know, this is what I do, man, and it's not even sunny out here. I'm still sweating. I'm all right with that. That's my body detoxifying out of the largest organ on the body, which is the skin. Sweat is good for the body. It's good for your health. It's good for detoxing. I'm getting ready to do a detox pretty soon, probably within this next week or so. I want to figure out my car situation. I know I have to get a car. Like, it's not even a question. But I really got to get that either taken care of this week or next week. You know, I wasn't anticipating them getting done. Like, and I don't know if Byron has like something going on, but they haven't been here since Monday for the well. So, which is okay. I mean, he's a good guy and very trustworthy, and I haven't paid him anything up front for the well. So that's not even like a thought, but you know, they're really just to kind of, we just speaking, because I know how some of y'all in the comments, y'all might say, oh man, because, you know, the well guy, the other guy, he was definitely suspect. I don't want to say he was suspect, but he definitely didn't live up to what I thought he would do. You know, lazy, man, lazy. People People be lazy. That's an example of being lazy and wanting people to do things for you all the time. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting help from other people. We get it. But that man had to be late. Like, I still think I didn't even give him like $1,000 and some dollars. And he hasn't bothered me. He probably feel bad about it, you know. But I won't send him that money until he bothered me about it. That's for sure. He ain't finished the job. He didn't finish the job. He didn't find the water. And then I come out here several days later and people find the actual product that we're looking for. Nah, I'm very, very upset about having to pay you. I don't want to pay you. Oops. I don't want to pay you. You know, like I said, I would if he reached out to me, but he ain't finished the job, so I'm not too enthusiastic about paying that man. Yeah, I could be honest with y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. You know, we're going to pick up these piles probably later on today or tomorrow morning, tomorrow rising. Pick up these piles tomorrow morning or tomorrow rising. And then we're going to start planting probably Monday. Actually, Monday, I got things to do Monday. So we might start planting tomorrow. Might start planting tomorrow, to be honest. Might start planting tomorrow. But it's really already, everything's up. Everything's up. I'm just out here for content, raking a few leaves. Everything's pretty much up. Got a few weeds to pull. And that's it. But for the most part, over here, we're going to start our garden beds, 4 by 12. 4 feet wide, 12 feet long. And we're going to plant 4 rows. And then, you know, 4, what are we going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4. And come down 12 every foot. We're going to bop. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be nice, man. It's going to be really nice. And then so we have we're going to have a bed of callaloo. Boom. A bed of arugula, a bed of watercress, right? And we're gonna come down here, beyond this, behind it, or what y'all think? Y'all think I should go that way? But either way, we're gonna come back behind it, come with a bed of cucumber, boom, come with a bed of tomatoes, right? Come with another bed of something else, you know, and just so you'll have 6 beds right here, right? And then we'll probably make another, I don't know if we'll have enough room for 3 sets of beds, but if we got 3 sets of beds, then we'll come back another one right here and put another one in, you know what I'm saying? And just keep it going. We'll probably have about 8 to 10 beds up here. And then throughout the bed of the actual lettuces or the leaf, we'll just put in some herbs to keep away some of the pests. Basil, oregano, lavender, rosemary, you know, other little things that pests don't like. You know, so we're definitely going to do what we're supposed to do out here. But I think I've been out here on enough with this for y'all, with this video. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If y'all have any gardening tips out there, if y'all have any gardens that y'all running that y'all can help me and say, you know what, yo, this is what you need to do. I think this is an easy way to get started. But I'm not tilling. My man in one of the videos, appreciates you for giving me that information. He says, don't till, just plant, you know, just plant and build from there. And somebody else said, use all of this for mulch. So we're going to keep all of this. We're not even going to get rid of it. We're going to use it as mulch and organic matter. So, you know, with that, everybody, appreciate y'all for tapping in. This your man, See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water. Peace.